Good morning, good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are in the world. This is Mind Over Matter with Mr. Q, Kanye West edition. I truly enjoy Kanye West as an artist. Even though a lot of the things that we see in the public eye and we see he does on a large scale may be a little unorthodox.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Dick move, bro. Not cool.
So?
Got a couple of his interviews together. I've put it in a format that's pretty easy to understand. A lot of these points resonated with me, and what I plan to do is do a little commentary throughout this video so that I can explain what I feel his perspective was on more of a positive note.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Now that we've established that, I hope you enjoy this. Thank you.
I've got like a lock and loaded amount of information that I'd like to express on a very wide scale that I'll give you. I'm here to crack the pavement and make new grounds.
Doing things that are beyond people's normal frame of reference.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make something that jumps up and affects you. I just wanna help. From day one, I just wanted to help.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring positivity to the world.
We have to understand that we're not each other's enemy. We have to stop discriminating against each other due to class and due to race and due to location or financial, position. We have to say, wow, that is the best version. Let's use it. Let's bring it to light. Let's move forward. Let's push forward as a civilization. We're so jacked up on our own egos and so misguided by mainstream, marketing. We don't know what the fuck is real. We'd be apt to get into a fight this quick for the dumbest reason. Definitely something that's like racially, this or gender set, it's like, it's like we're pitted against each other. We're mentally not in a place to be accepting, to not be jealous, and that part of that jealousy and that frustration that goes up across an entire globe is due to some of these other high corporation level limitations. Everybody is being served the nasty lunch food.
All right, so here's our first stop. Zane's looking at him like, bro, what are you talking about right now? What I think he's trying to say is that we're being fed the illusion of life.
They tell us, watch this, buy that, eat this, drive that. Don't think too much. Listen to the news and the radio. Look at what this celebrity's wearing. You should vote for this guy or that guy because they're here to serve you, the people. We're being separated more every day, and not just from nature, but from one another, from the things that are natural to who we are and what we are. It's like they're putting us in a box and saying, okay, you're a human being, the most complex, intelligent form of life ever created. You were brought into this world naturally, but you have to earn this thing called money. You have to practice this idea of religion, and it doesn't matter which one you choose, but we want you to believe in something, so take your pick. There's also these things called laws that you have to follow if you want to live in this nation, and if you break one of them, we'll put you away. Oh yeah, by the way, you're free.
Say, we got this new thing called classism. It's racism's cousin. This is what we do to hold people back. This is what we do. And we got this other thing that's also been working for a long time where you don't have to be racist anymore. It's called self-hate. It works on itself. It's like real estate of racism. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. We're constantly slaved. There's glass ceilings. There's glass fences, there's invisible walls, where just like that, when someone comes up and says something like, I am a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god. I just told you, that's who I think I am. But to say you are a god, how could you say that? How could you have that mentality? And I've got a million people telling me why I can't do it. I'll take that chance.
I'll take that chance, right?
So this is one of my favorite parts of the interview because I support and believe exactly what Kanye West says 100%. I do believe we are the gods now. What is a god? The creator. We create our lives. We create new lives for ourselves. We have the ability to do anything and everything we could ever imagine. That's how we create our future. When you really think about it, we build these invisible walls. Whether we think we can or we think we can't, either way we're right.
This is the information age. It's been like that for a minute. Who can they control? I mean, a guy that was sent to me from Puma literally came to me and said, how can we control you? But you can't control me. Because if you can't control me, then you can't control him, then you can't control him, then you can't control him, and then the information age starts. What Kurzweil is talking about starts. What Steve Jobs has left us starts.
So this is definitely one of the most exciting times to be alive. The information age is an age we've been in for a good amount of time now. Any question that we don't know or we need the answer to something, we type that into our iPhones or our Androids and we have the answer within a matter of seconds. It's amazing now what we've been doing. We're in this age of consciousness to think on such a different scale. Our thought process is elevated. We no longer live in a world to where we're having to divide and conquer to survive. We have the technology and the resources to create abundance for the entire earth. We are working more and more steadily towards bettering humanity.
Why are you mad? You telling me they don't look at me like the motherfucking glitch? Versace, 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 Versace. Quick. Shoot. I'm talking about us, the new slaves, the people who love fashion. I'm talking about us, you know, because I'm a slave to it. I love it. There's never a time when someone can walk in with some non-Nikes and you feel less in yourself.
Right.
You still feel like the greatest version of you when you have those Nikes on, right? But you can have on a Zara pant, right? And a girl walks in with the Celine version and you feel like shit. That is the problem. You got money, though. That's all you need. Money is another control system, another thing, a way to rock people to sleep, especially people who could be strong messengers. I think that there's people who are wired by their parents to understand what I'm saying. Sure. And there's people who are wired by their parents to reject what I'm saying. We dedicate our entire life to making our current time and civilization better, to adding something to the culture. And there is only 2 words that you can say. Thank you. The thing is, I'm speaking to everybody, but I'm also speaking and sending cues to the right people to say, come and help me, help everybody else. You will win with me. You give us what you need, may not be what you want. You give us what we need to proceed.
Not what we necessarily want, because we can't be trusted to a certain extent, you know.
Yeah, because we don't have the education to know what to want. We don't know what to want. There's very few people that are in the position to educate themselves as much as I can educate myself. For me, it's constant information intake. It's like what let's say 5%, 10%, 85%ers. And it's like this, the 10%ers, the media, for the most part. The 85%ers don't really know what it is. And the 5%ers that know what it is can't get it past the 10%ers.
So I wanted to address this whole 5%, 10%, 85% thing. What he's saying is that there's 15% of the population that know the truth of how the world works. The other 85% don't fully understand and sometimes can be oblivious due to the manipulation of the 10%, which is the media, who preach the exact opposite of the meaning or purpose of life. Your news networks, magazines, newspapers, politics, governments, and even religion in some cases that inflict harm unto others who don't follow in the path of their beliefs. Because I believe in equality amongst humanity and that everyone should be able to live freely and peacefully, I'm taking the steps to educate and guide the 85% in the direction that's best for everyone. If it's not good for everybody, it's no good at all.
Dopeness is what I like the most. Dopeness. People who want to make things as dope as possible. The thing that I like the least are people who only want to make money from things, whether they're dope or not, and especially make money at making things as least dope as possible. The things in music that are selling the most are the least inspired for the most part and the least genius. I am a new slave. You could be a slave to a lot of things. At this point, obviously, I'm a slave to my passion. I'm a slave to my mission. Every rap is about how much money you make, how many spins you got, how many cars you got, what house you got, what house A-Rod got. It's funny, you drive in a Maybach past a homeless person, you ask who's more free. You could be trapped to your possessions. You got to do this next deal because you got to do this with your house and you got to get this car and you got to keep up. Everybody stay next to you, last name is Jones, and you trying to keep up with all of them. We don't want to just have a little print on the back of our jacket that costs $2,000, making us feel like a king again for a day. We don't want to just have the jewelry just trying to make us feel good. We want to be good. Live like that. Live like you could die tomorrow. Go for it.
So the point of this video is to provoke thought, to inform you a little bit of what's going on in our world today, and at the same time show appreciation for someone who inspires me. Follow your passion. Live in the moment, because what we're doing right here, right now, is all that matters.
That's creation. That's that thing that people slave over. That's that thing that people are slaves to. That's that thing I'm a slave to. That's passion.
But tonight I need some consummation. May the Lord forgive us. May the gods be with us.